Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports on this very special day. Let me be the first to wish everyone out there a happy Veterans Day. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Allie LaForce covering us courtside. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Spurs, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Nets are, they've made some strides climbing into the top 10, and they're not done yet. trying to continue in the right direction.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto. Raptors quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle, and it's Ingram. In at the 3. And for Brooklyn, they've got Williams. Cam Thomas out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Stolen by quickly. In transition, here they come. Barrett with it, and it's Thomas picking him up. Here's Pirtle. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Here's ABC, guarded by quickly. Claxton passes to ABC. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Lets it go from deep. Pirtle grabs a miss. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. It's quickly with a drive. Misses in close. ABC, the pass to Thomas. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's ABC, guarded by Barrett. Here's Thomas. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Oh, you gotta love the fight. Thomas going to work down low.
The 3 from quickly. Clowney pulls it in.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that.
And that one's good. ABC.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's quickly. 17 points in his last outing. Outside Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Over Williams. And again, Toronto, no good.
That's 20% now from the field. What a cold start.
And going back to high school in North Carolina, 4 state championships for Brandon Ingram, Tim.
Yeah, Brian, he made a name for himself early as the number 2 pick in 2016. He was an all-star and then most improved in 2020. The question is, can he get back to winning at the highest level?
Here's Ingram. The Nets making their last shot. Quickly, outside. Out of bounds, it'll be the Nets ball. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference... standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Nets, in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And, of course, the Toronto Raptors, now 4 games behind. And it's ABC missing. Raptors trail by 4. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Brian, back to you.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
Here's ABC, started by Quickly. Pass to ABC. Over Quickly. Barnes with the rebound.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's Ingram. The 3 from Quickly. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Quickly's got 5.
Year in and year out, Quickly's three-point shooting has been very consistent.
ABC. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Barrett with it, and it's Thomas picking him up. The 3 from Quickly. Claxton with a rebound. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Quickly. To the paint. On the wing Quickly. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
Lot of confidence that time by Quickly, showing you he can play off the ball as well.
Here's ABC, started by Quickly. Thomas outside. Shot to stop the run. And he lays it up and in. Thomas has gotten his second bucket.
He's been on fire since the beginning of this game, particularly when you look at the high percentage shots he's getting.
And here's Ingram. Solid defense from Williams. A big-time effort for Emmanuel Quickly, providing a lot of energy for the Raptors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
We all know good.
It's off the two-man game right there.
Here's ABC. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, with a window of opportunity opening in the East, the Raptors are trying to make inroads. After acquiring Brandon Ingram last season, he's finally out of the bubble wrap and providing that offensive punch that this team has needed. The goal is clear. Ingram said it himself. They're looking to get back into the playoffs in Toronto.
Love that confidence. Okay, Shams, thank you. And that one's good. ABC.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And they're trending in the right direction after a rough first quarter from the field.
Brooklyn trailing. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Thomas. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. To the inside. Goes back up. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Brooklyn making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. Toronto also changing it up. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick. And quickly subbed in for Shed. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Quickly from outside, and that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production.
That's a great look by Barrett right there. A wing who continues to improve as a distributor.
Pass to Clowney. 1:49 left in the half. Claxton a screen on quickly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's ABC missing.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Outside Barnes. Toronto passing it around. The 3 from quickly. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And we've got 1:18 left in the second period. ABC, the pass to Thomas. Can they get it? Nails it from 3. Thomas has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. And Toronto also making a switch. Pirtle's checked in. 58 seconds left in the second. Barrett finds quickly. Now Ingram. From the arc. Not going to go that time. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. And down it goes. 2 points. And now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Barrett can't hit. Brooklyn has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the 3-point line in the second. Pass to Clowney. Here's ABC, guarded by Barrett. And Claxton throws it down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Williams against Ingram. Here's Mamukelashvili. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Mamukelashvili's got 5 points now in the quarter. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Toronto out in front, up 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
We appreciate you joining us at halftime. Tonight we tip off with a check on the injury situation. I imagine it's very difficult as a player to be sidelined with an injury.
Yeah, it's tough watching your teammates playing without you, but recovery is important. You got to take care of yourself. You got to sit if you're hurt.
You trying to tell me, Shaq, you've never played hurt?
Oh, I'm built different. Nothing stops Shaq's diesel.
Yeah, I knew you said something like that. I knew it.
And guys, how about the Raptors? Involved in a very competitive matchup right now.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
They've been cashing in on those. We'll see if the sharp shooting continues. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort. Look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of 1-2, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
We've got Nicholas Claxton. Williams is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's ABC in at the 1. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. And it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle. And now a look at the toughest defenses around the league. Number 1, the Nets.
They've been able to consistently slow opponents, using every tool they have to shut them down.
Brooklyn's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Pass to Claxton. And there's the screen. Here's ABC. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. To the middle. Here's Quickly. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And I'm going to give Quickly a lot of credit. He's been aggressive all night tonight. Any chance he's gotten, he's been at the rim.
You know, Tim, both of Jakob Pertl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, BA, in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
The 3, Barrett. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Clowney. To the wing on the left. For the tie. And that one's good. ABC. ABC's got 6 points in the quarter. ABC. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Outside Barnes. Back to Quickly. Ingram against Williams. The shot by Ingram, no good.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Pass to ABC. And that misses. That would have put him up. Toronto has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Quickly outside. And here is Barrett. Outside Ingram. Clock at 6. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Claxton a screen on Ingram. Williams looking around for the lead. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for Toronto. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Back to you guys.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Devin, he's checked in for Thomas. Toronto also changed it up. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Pirtle. Dick comes in for Barrett. Shed comes in for Quickly. Nets trail by 3. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Wide open. Clowney, good. Clowney's got his second basket of the game. Toronto has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Shed. Outside for Ingram. Leaps for it. And the layup is good off the glass. Shed's got his first points of the night.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
Here's ABC. He's got 13. Pass to Clowney. And there's a pick. And there's another one for Brooklyn. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter here. Here's Shed. And so far, he's averaging 7 points a game.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
On the break. It's deflected. And they're able to recover. The three from Barnes hits the trifecta. Barnes has got 9.
And when Scotty Barnes is making threes, it opens up their offense.
Here's ABC. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24.5 a game.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, that's just a wasted opportunity.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Nets trail by 6. Here's ABC. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Pass to Barnes. Barnes on the take. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
To win the run, and that one's good. ABC. 15 points in the game. And so it's Toronto with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfish.
Will make substitutions. And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Nets trail by 9. So for Toronto right now, Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Ingram in at the small forward position. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Quickly. Takes the shot. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Yes, sir, with the 3.
And that's 4 from deep on the night with 3 of them coming in this half.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Ingram. Williams rips down the board.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss. Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Now here's Quickly, guarded closely. The 3 ball is down.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's stolen by Pirtle. Here comes Toronto on the push. Here's Quickly. Now Ingram. Quickly outside. Now Barrett fires the 3. The triple drops. You know, it seems like players today have more freedom with their shot selection than ever before, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., there's no question about it. I think you could actually make the argument coaches are particular in a different way. They're looking more for threes, layups, and dunks. Not as much from the mid-range, and if you can add that shot, really makes you stand out.
So interesting. I've seen coaches take players out for not shooting open shots.
Oh, I wish I had that coaching when I played.
Quickly! Can't get the 3. Nets trail by 9. Jacks up a 3. It's money from deep.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Now he has quickly piled up the points by stringing those 3s together.
Here's Barrett from downtown. Oh, no good. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's ABC. For three. Money from three.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
Well, you would think by now they would have learned their lesson defensively. You have to stay connected to him.
And it's Brooklyn ball. Right now on a 9-0 run. To tie it up. The three is in.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
And Allie, thanks. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
You know what time it is. It's time for teams.
Here's quickly.
Well, it's not easy, but defensively you want to avoid fouling a guy like Quickly.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good. And it's a two-point ball game.
Now that's how you capitalize at the line. As long as they play good defense, they should have this win sealed.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, thoughts on what Coach is going to do here?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Oh, he got it off in time!
Great awareness.
The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
Wow, a highlight reel shot.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And now let's catch up with Dominic Hamill.
Great scoring effort from you tonight, MP, as you top 30 points in a win. Watching you play, it looked like this wasn't just any old win.
These are the nights you live for, Dominic. Your shots are dropping, your teammates are right there with you, fighting every step of the way. This is what you think every night's gonna be like when you're a kid dreaming about making it to the league. So I make sure to appreciate every game when my reality matches my dream.
Great, MP. Thank you. I appreciate you believing in me, Dominic. Back to you, Brian.
Great stuff there, Dominic. And that'll wrap it up for...
Hi, everyone. We've got the second.